Hey, welcome to the Love of the Dark Fiber Arts podcast. I'm your host, Zira, and I'm coming to you from Salem, Oregon, where I live with my partner and my son and our 4 cats. And I just recorded this entire podcast and realized I didn't have any microphone. So, we'll try this again, shall we? It's going to be short. I already know this because I've already gone through it once. Not terribly short. You know, short-ish, but that's okay. I wanted to start off the podcast today saying a whole lot. That'd be really great. That's really what I look forward to every week. It's just being like, No. I have a friend who has a mom who is also my friend, who makes these amazing things called Jujus. These are from Catmare, and she lives on the coast of Oregon with her very sweet husband. And these are the coolest things ever. So a couple of years ago, I saw these for the first time at an event that we go to every year. And my son at the time was having nightmares, really horrible nightmares all the time. Couldn't figure it out. I brought one of these home. This one actually screamed at me as I walked by, and it said, "I'm going home with you." And I was like, "Oh, fine. Okay. All right." She's not one that I would have picked out for myself, but she screamed at me. And so I thought, I'm going to listen to that. She seems pretty powerful. And I brought her home and I showed my son, and he said, "Oh, that's Lulu." And I was like, "Lulu? Lulu's a Juju." He's like, "Yeah, Lulu the Juju." So she's been on his wall ever since. She belongs to him, and he hasn't had but 2 nightmares, maybe 3 in the last 2 years that he's complained about. So she eats nightmares, and it's pretty awesome. I'm super glad we found her. He speaks to me. This is my Juju, and he does not have a name, and that's okay. Or rather, he hasn't shared it. Either way. I love his little feathery detailing. The cat is so creative with these guys. Oh my goodness, I love them. So he hangs on my wall. He doesn't eat my nightmares, but apparently that's not his job. So there's that. I have, as far as things that I've done and am doing, I have a few things. Not a huge, terrible lot to share with you today, but I've got some different things to share, so that'll be fun. First, let's do these guys. I have a few of those critters that I showed you last time that are getting towards being done. So this is a very strange little bunny rabbit. When I found this thing, I was like, oh my God, that has got to come home with me. I don't know what is going to happen to it, but it has to come home with me. This will be a sugar skull. It'll be all brightly decorated and beautiful. There'll be some leaves on this side for the little rose. He's got his little backbone, his little ears. His little face is different than most of the critters that I do. I usually turn them into kind of sugar skull style faces, but this one didn't want anything to do with that. So, who knows what'll happen with that one. It's super cute. That will likely stay in my personal collection. I really doubt I'll put that one on Etsy. Unless somebody just absolutely begs for it, but I don't know. These 2 bunny rabbits I showed you last week, and I feel like I showed you last week. I feel like they just had their bones done. So now on this little guy, he's going to be a little marigold bunny. Those will be super cute. And then the twin bunny has a little heart, and we'll have a little rib cage. And they'll both get all nice and sugar skulled up, and then they'll be ready to go. And they'll go as a set. They belong together. They're the same material. They're brother and sister, essentially, I think. I mean, yeah, they'll go as a set. And then I found kind of a really cool thing, and I haven't done anything with it yet other than just put the black base coat on it. But look at this! It's a hand! And I'm sure it's one of those things that you sit, you know, next to the sink or in the bathroom, and you put your rings on there to hold them while you're bathing and whatnot. Ooh. But I don't know, I saw it and I thought, oh my God, that could be so cool. It could have bones on one side, it could have like bones on the back side, and maybe even a tendon or two just for shits and giggles. But on the front side, it could have all of the palmistry lines. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? So yeah, this is going to be something really special. I can't wait to see what I do with that. And then I have one finished bunny rabbit. This is Little Miss Luna Moon Bunny. She's got the seal of the moon on her forehead, and she's got some moon phases running down her little nosy. She's got a pretty heart, and she's got decorated bones. She's all sugar skulled out. She's got some spiderweb ears, and her name is Luna. So yeah, she's finished. She'll be on Etsy today at some point when I get around to it. Yay! She's super fun. As far as things, oh, let's see. You know, this is a nearly finished object. I'll show you this. It's got my hair on it. This is a tarot card deck case. Now, it's not lined yet. It will be lined with silk. I think that's important to line your tarot decks with silk or to knit them out of silk, just as a measure of protection for the cards themselves. But right now, this is just cotton, and this will just be the outside. I'll have a lining for it. It needs a button. I haven't found the right button yet. I'm looking for it. This is my own design. It's got a triple moon on each side. It's got a seed stitch border, and it's got a nice little kind of ribbing to sort of, you know, differentiate the bottom from the front. And I really, really, really like the way this turned out. I just need to weave in a couple of ends, finish that button. Yeah. It feels good. It's got a really nice feel to it. I really like it. I'm going to make some more of those, I think. So that'll be fun. Let's see here. I'm still working on the Goldfish Memory Shawl. Come here, guys. I haven't got a whole lot more done on it this week. Oh, it's got some break coming up. But I got a few inches on it, you know. I've gotten to some other things. I've been doing a lot of painting this week, and so my time has kind of been eaten up by some of that stuff. So, but this is definitely, probably I'd say 3 or 4 inches. I think I was maybe here when I showed you last week. I really should use a progress keeper, shouldn't I? From week to week, so I can show you how much I've done. That'd be fun. So this is cute. It is a paid for pattern, so I'm not going to really share much about the details, but it's 3 different colors. There's this pink, the beautiful gray, the beautiful bright green, and my hair all over it. I tell you, I am shedding something fierce. I think it's because it's the summertime. It's like, drop all that hair. You don't need it. Oh. So yeah, there's that and that. I'm still very much excited about that little shawl. It's really cute. I just didn't put a lot of time into it this week. I still love it though. One thing I did put a lot of time into is the Brew. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I forgot to turn the ringer off on the phone, and it's just like, so loud. Anyway, I'm back. We were, I believe, talking about the Caitlin French pattern called Bruja, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a pie shawl, which is a great big circle, and I'm expecting it to be quite large. I'm so excited, you guys. I have knit this much on it. It looks like a bag right now, but it'll round out and become flat, you know, once I take it off the needles. I have knit so much on it in the last 2 nights. This is 2 nights worth of work. So you can see it knits up really quickly because it's this gigantic, just bulky yarn, bulky yarn. I really don't think it's going to take all 3 skeins of the Cascade Eco Plus. Oh, get up there, you. I just really don't see it taking that much. I mean, maybe it will. I have never actually done a pie shawl, so I don't know. I mean, I'm halfway through, like I'm more than halfway through as far as number of rows in the pattern goes, but it could just be that it doubles and doubles and doubles and doubles on itself, and it just eats the yarn up a whole lot faster than I think it's going to. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to use 2 full skeins. So we'll see if I'm right or if my estimating is just totally out of whack. We'll know by next week. I'll tell you that much. Oh, stay there, you. We'll know by next week. Because I'm not even through. I mean, I've got this much left in the first skein, and I'm more than halfway done. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, regardless, I'm in love with this project. I can't even tell you. Oh, it's so good to knit on something bulky. The last, I don't know, many things that I've made have been on fingering weight yarn, which is lovely and drapey and delicate and beautiful. But it takes for freaking ever. So it's really awesome to sit down and in 2 nights have that much done on something. It makes me feel like really accomplished. Like, oh man, I'm actually making some headway and doing something. Something's happening. Anyway, bleh. It's happening, guys. Another thing that I have to show is just a little teeny tiny bit more on the other one of these guys. I'm just gonna plop that down there for a second. My fabulous leg warmers, which fit my partner really well. So I think that we'll see how Christmas goes. I don't know. Maybe that'll end up in their stocking. Anyway, I think last time I talked to you, I was kind of in between the green and the orange row here. And so I've done another couple of stripes. And this has just taken a little bit of a back seat just because I have been so enamored with the Bruja shawl that this is kind of sitting over there going, ah. I don't have second sock syndrome. I swear I don't get that. I just found something really awesome and wanted to cast it on. So there's that. Leave that up there. Let's see. I've showed you those and those and those and that and that and that. I have 2 yarns. I don't think I've showed you guys these yarns. I don't know. I made these up a while back. Maybe I did show you. I think I did, actually. Maybe in the first episode. I'm going to have to go back and watch my own episodes so I remember what we've talked about. Green and brown, beautiful, hand-spun, soft, fluffy deliciousness. 26 yards of alpaca and wool and silk and Ramy? Or is it Ramy? The only other people that I've actually heard say that word are from across the pond. So I don't know. Because they all pronounce things a little differently than we do here. But that doesn't mean they're wrong. Because they don't pronounce everything differently. Oh, I don't know. Ramy, whatever. And this, I'm pretty sure that I've showed you this. This is awesome. This is like a slubby, nubby, coily, springy, sproily, broily fantasticness. Kind of show, there we go. Isn't that fun? Oh yeah, this is hell to focus, isn't it? Anyway, really fun. It's the first kind of yarn of this sort that I've ever done. I messed up in a couple of places, so there are 2 or 3 little spots where it's loose. But you know what? That's it. That's all there is. The rest of it is really good yarn. And I think I'll use it for a weaving project. I might make... Oh heck, who knows? I have no idea what this is going to turn into. It's really pretty though, and I really like it, and it looks nice sitting in a vase. So there's that. It could just be a decoration. It's hard to say. Let's see here. I think I have maybe 1 or 2. Crunchy ice. 1 or 2 more things to show you, and then I'll be done. Okay. This is just one of those fun little projects. It comes as a panel. You can buy the fabric in panels, and up in this section of the panel it had 2 different pot holders. Those are not done yet, but they will be. But it's just a cute little apron for my witchy kitchen. Isn't that fun? It's got a nice little Edgar Allan Poe quote on it. Quote, it's a poem. It's a poem. So yeah, this is like the simplest thing ever to sew, because there's no pattern. You just cut it out and turn the ends under and sew them. It's as simple as that. But we were at Crap Warehouse, which is my affectionate term for craft warehouse. And my partner saw that and thought that I needed it, and so it ended up in the basket. So there's that. Two more things, you guys, and they're not fiber related, and they're not even really art related. They're more craft related. It's very exciting. First, woo! What sort of witch's brew is that? I wonder if I could show you. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You know what that is? Besides blinding you, it is homemade vanilla extract with organic vanilla beans. And it isn't in a clear alcohol. It's not in vodka or Everclear. It's in, I believe that I used cognac for this, actually. I was going to say bourbon, but I'm pretty sure that we decided on the cognac because the cognac that I had was so delicious. That's cognac. Oh my God. Okay, so we're 2 weeks away from being done. That'll be at the 8-week point, at which time it will be ready to use, not necessarily done, but it'll be ready to use at 8 weeks. And then it'll just keep on going for however long. I'll probably leave the beans in for maybe 6 months, and then I will take them out, and they won't be done yet. They will end up, I'll dry them out, and then I will put them in with my sugar, and they will make my sugar vanilla sugar, and that is the most amazing thing ever. We'll have to make some sugar cookies with that deliciousness. So there's that, and then I have one more final thing. Oh, more tea though. I have one more final thing to share, and this is a big ol' honkin' batch of homemade limoncello. This is my recipe. We decided to, a lot of limoncellos are done for 40 days in alcohol and then another 10 to 40 days mixed with the simple syrup. But we're going for an entire year. So I got a whole lot of beautiful organic lemons at the very, very, very beginning of the year. In fact, we started this on New Year's Day. So when New Year's Eve comes around, this is going to be ready to drink, which means that on Samhain evening, or maybe the Day of the Dead the next day, this will be strained out and added to the simple syrup, which will still, because of the potency of that alcohol that I used, it's still going to be around 40 to 45% alcohol. So it'll be a delicious, sneaky beverage. You'll want to watch yourself with it. It's going to be so good. We made this last year as well, and I did the 40 days plus. I think we ended up doing an additional 20 days, and it was really, really good. And we ended up selling it, a bunch of it, at our annual garden party. And I feel like this is going to be even better because at this point it's so much deeper and darker. I mean, it's been 6 months, and it's so deep yellow and so beautiful. I cannot wait to taste it. I really should get another batch going like right now so that we can continually have, 6 months worth at a time. Anyway, yeah, I feel like that's all I have for you guys today for the most part. I wanted to talk a little bit about the state of the world and stuff, just because it's weighing heavily on a lot of us. Listen, guys, the world is not getting any worse, okay? The world is not getting to be a more scary place. It's always been this way. Some of us have been shielded from it for a long time. That is a fact. But it's been a quarrelsome, frightening place since we came here. And all you can do is continue on with your lives. You can't hide. You can't stop it from happening. You just continue on with your lives. Continue going. Be good people. Love each other. Hold each other tight. Give each other hugs. Be decent human beings. Don't be one of these extremist, fundamentalist fucking knuckleheads, okay? Those people are few and far between. There's a lot less of them than there are of us. They're knuckleheads. Don't let them get to you. They're lame. And also, don't give them names, Don't give them names. I wish the news as a collective would get together and just decide, not to make a law, but to make it a policy, to never share the names of these killers. We don't need their names. Their names aren't important. They're just misguided assholes. That's all they are. And they don't need names. Anyway, that's my two thoughts, my 2 cents on the subject. Hold each other close and love each other and be good to each other and don't be dicks. Okay? Until next time, bye.